What's going on, people? It's your boy Nando, and this is the Pound for Pound Boxing Show in association with Dirty South Boxing. Today, I've got a very special guest, the WBC light welterweight champion herself, Chantelle Cameron. She's going to come on. We're obviously going to talk about her rescheduled fight with Melissa Hernandez and other things, including Katie Taylor versus Natasha Jonas and a lot more. Hopefully, we can get Chantelle on now. And just remember, this is an association. Dirty South Boxing. Head over to www.dirtysouthboxing.co.uk for the best boxing gear out there. You won't be disappointed. Just gonna wait for Chantelle now. Remember, she beat Adriana Arroyo last year. She captured the WBC belt last year to become world champion finally. She's been a big name coming up in the industry. A lot of people dubbed her the next big thing, and she is. She proved it that night by getting that prestigious green belt in a dominating performance against Adriana Arroyo. Let's see if we could get Chantelle on right now.
Hello, how are you?
How you doing, Chantelle? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, all good, thanks. Just want to say thank you for taking your time to speak to me today. Honor to finally speak to you.
Just turn this up. There you go. Couldn't hear you
All
then.
good?
Yeah, all
perfect. Just say, how's the injury going? How's training?
Good, yeah, I'm back training now. Just got a couple more sessions of physio, but I'm back training, so that's the main thing. Just got to maintain that my back don't keep seizing up, and when it does seize up, getting it mended straight away.
Amazing. Have you had the all clear to finally get in, or are they back to
Yeah.
get a little bit better?
No, I've got a date's been set, just waiting for it to be announced, and I'm back training, but obviously I'm being smart about it, and I don't want my back to give away halfway through, but it's better now anyway. I just got to keep on top of it and keep doing my exercises that I've been given, and good to go.
Amazing. Is it still too soon to get into sparring yet?
I'm going to start up sparring this week, hopefully, because I've got the fight's set in stone now, so I need to get back sparring, and no matter what happens, the fight's happening. So
amazing.
Got to get through it.
I know it's been 6 months, but obviously it is quite a long time. But has it sunk in yet? WBC champion, is there time to wake up and think, I'm WBC champion? You know, that prestigious green belt that everyone wants when they get into.
No, not really. I think like nothing's changed at all, and I think because it was so long since I did have the fight. Yeah, no, literally nothing. Same odds. Still grafting, still hungry, and I think it's not going to be until that I've got more belts that it'll sink in. But at the moment, just I feel exactly the same. Still got the same hunger, still got the same drive. Now I'm just the target where I know that people now, where it used to be me chasing everybody to try to get the fights. Now I have that green and gold belt that people are coming for me now as well. So.
What's it feel like being the person being chased now and not the other way around? Does it feel like when people call you out and mention
it actually feels good. I actually it's better than doing the chasing. The chasing is frustrating because obviously you're just trying to get the fights and try and get in the shot and stuff, but yeah, it's much better. At least now I know that I'm going to get fights because people want to box me for my belt.
Amazing. Since that night you beat Adriana Arroyo, how many times have you watched that fight back? And with a very dominating performance, what do you make of your performance? You think we still haven't seen the best of Chantelle?
Definitely not seen the best of me. I feel like I've not had the fight yet where I've been able to show the best version of me. I feel like I boxed to my game plan. I've done what I had to do, what my coach told me to do, and she's a big puncher, dangerous, and I made it easy because I knew I didn't want to be taking risks and getting involved with someone that could potentially sit me on my ass. So I'd box a lot different to my normal style, but it's still not the fight that I feel has done me justice. It's not been. I don't think I've had that fight yet where people have actually seen what I can do and what I'm capable of. I've not had that fight yet, and I'm still waiting for that fight. And I think when I do get that kind of opponent, then that's when people will be a bit more like acknowledge me a bit more.
I think you've been acknowledged already. You've been a name that people have mentioned. Well, I've known about you for a while. I've always said you're the next big thing, the next world champion. You're not scared to tell people who you want next. You've been calling a name. There's a lot of people that would call her. I think she's not the boogie lady of boxing, and people don't really want to step in the ring with her, but you just want to get in there with prove to the world that you are the best division in whatever division you're in.
100%, yeah. I feel like this is a sport, and everyone's so desperate to create this legacy or stay undefeated when it's not. It's a sport, and we've all got to climb the ladder and give other people the opportunity as well. If you're that good, box anyone. That's my mentality anyway. Like, if I become undisputed and there's someone that shouted me out, wants to fight, prove themselves, done everything that's asked for, and I'll be like, yeah, take the fight. If she beats me, I've lost to the better woman. So that's my mentality with boxing. I'd fight anyone, literally, because if I want to make a statement and get my name as one of the best women boxers, I need them fights. I'm not gonna like, even now, like I'm not stupid. Like, the reason that I'm not getting as much attention or the recognition is because I've not boxed people of that caliber, and I'm the one chasing it. That's the thing. I'm trying to get them fights, and I'm not getting them. So people do comment about my opponents and etc. But that's not my fault. Like, I've been chasing them for God knows how many years, and I can only box who's in front of me. And I want them fights where I can really get myself on that stage.
100%, and I'm sure you're going to get them as well. Let's talk about your next opponent. Obviously, you was by her. Unfortunately, you got injured. The one thing, as me, I'm a Cameron fan. And I've never seen you ever hate anyone before. But when you got injured, I don't know what she put out, but they put online saying keep in fuel to the fight.
So your signal's really bad. You're like breaking up.
Is it breaking up at the moment?
That's fine now, but it keeps on like stuttering.
Is it all right now?
Yeah, now it's better. Yeah.
Perfect. What I was saying before is we've never seen you retaliate to an opponent online before, and you put up saying keep talking, you're just adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that this next fight is going to be an explosive fight, and we're going to see a different side of you?
100%. Yeah, like, I have my tactics, but I'm telling you now, I'm putting my fist so hard through that girl's head. Literally, like, I have my tactics, but I'm going to make sure when I land, because I think it was disrespectful. Then today, if I was going to pull out of a fight, there's a lot more excuses to pull out than a car crash. Like, my back was in bits. My neck, my back, I didn't sleep for about over a week. I couldn't sleep because I was my back was in agony. So I think it just annoyed me, like, saying I was lying about car crash. It pissed me off, because I thought, like, who lies about that? I would have made up another excuse, and I'm scared of no one. I'm certainly not scared of Melissa Hernandez. No matter what she's done in the past or how good she is, I'm scared of literally nobody. So to be flying around them sort of accusations, I'm just like, no, that's not going to go down with me at all. So yeah, it did add fuel to the fire, and I just can't wait to the fight now. And people make them comments, I'm going to shut them up. Simple as that. So yeah, that's literally it. To be fair, it done me a favour, because I'm just going to put on a good performance, and she'll eat her words.
We were all shocked when she put that up. Even just the normal, the neutral boxing fan, we were shocked. And I saw some of the comments she put on Twitter as well, and I saw some of the comments that people were saying about this, and she got a lot of backlash for it as well. People that know what you're like, you'll fight anyone, and you've always said it in interviews.
That's what I found so funny. I'm thinking, if I'm shouting out the likes of Katie Taylor, Jessica Mccaskill, why am I going to be scared to fight you? Like, come on. Like, it's just ridiculous. And that's why I was so annoyed, because I was like, I want this fight just as much. I'm not getting paid. So I'm not putting out for a fight and not getting paid and making up the stupid excuse. Like, I've not been paid since October. So why am I going to lie about a car crash? It's just dumb. It's just anything that's just like, try and get him ahead. It didn't get him ahead at all. It literally just gave me motivation, because everyone's seeing what happened with Bashir. Bashir wound me up and I done a number on her. And it's going to be the exact same thing. She made them comments and saying she's going to school me and all this. I'm thinking, you're not going to school me. It's not going to happen. I'm sparring lads that, like, before the accident, I was sparring lads that are unbelievable. Akib, opponents like that, like unbelievable sparring partners. So if I'm preparing with the likes of them, I'm not going to get scored. It'll be a frustrating fight. Yeah, I'm not underestimating. It'll be a very frustrating fight, but I'm doing all the work to prepare for it, so that when it comes to fight night, I won't be frustrated. I do what I've got to do, stick to my tactics, and let my shots go.
I'm sure we can't wait for that fight, and we can't wait for the press conference. I'm
wait.
sure it'll be better than better than Bridges and Courtney. That's for sure.
I literally can't wait for the fight. I haven't boxed since October anyway, so I'm just excited to fight regardless. And obviously, when you do get injured, I've only ever been injured, and I think it was 2017, where I've not been able to train. So for me, it's been a bit of a wake up call, because the injury, it sent me crazy, because I couldn't do nothing. Even walking my dog, my back was killing me. So the fact that I was walking and that was all I could do, it's been a shit few weeks. So like, everything does happen for a reason, and like, I'm not saying that I'm glad the injury happened, but it's lit that fire in me again, where I'm thinking I've missed out, and now it's time that I put my foot on the gas and catch up for missed time, and make sure that I just perform unreal. Like, make sure I don't just win, like, I put on a great performance.
And I'm sure you will. You mentioned your sparring partners. Let's talk about one, and a good friend of yours. I spoke to Natasha Jonas last weekend. Obviously, she's fighting. Let's call her a foe of yours, Katie Taylor, for the undisputed lightweight title. You made a comment on IFL. I don't know if you were being serious or you were joking, but you said you hope Natasha puts her on her ass.
No, I was joking.
What's your
actually
obviously
joking about that. Obviously,
sorry, go on.
Obviously, like, I hope Tasha wins. She puts the work in, and I do want to see her win. I think it's going to be a great fight, very good for women's boxing, and I'm looking forward to watching it as well. I think it's going to really put women's boxing out there, especially the level of competition. They're both great amateurs, great professionals. So it's going to be a good show.
One question I asked Natasha, I think the way she answered it, I think she agreed, but she said it's out of my hands. So there's nothing, even if I said I'm disappointed, nothing's going to change. Do you think this fight should have been the main event?
Yeah. I think it's worthy for main event.
100%. 100%. I totally agree with that. And it is a little bit disappointing, but obviously you got Chisora.
It was still the show. It was still the show. In my opinion, it was still the show anyway. So main event or not, it's going to get the numbers in. It's going to get the viewers.
100%. She said, because I asked her a lot when I spoke to her last year, and I said, in the future, would you ever fight Chantelle Cameron? She said, I can't see that happening. She's a good mate of mine, sparring partner. I can't see it. Now she's fighting for the undisputed. You've made it clear you would be willing to fight the winner no matter what. She said, look, if it came down to it, there's no one more deserving than Chantelle to get that shot at the undisputed if I win that title. And she's willing to give you a title shot.
Yeah.
But she also said the fight she would love you to be in is against Jessica Mccaskill. Is that the name that you would love after you deal with Melissa Hernandez?
Definitely, yeah. Like Tasha said, Tasha's not an opponent that I'd be screaming about. I like her. She's such a nice girl, and yeah, Class was a friend. So nobody wants to punch their friend in the face, do they? Otherwise, you got a few
No.
issues there. But I've made it clear I want to be undisputed world champion, and I've waited a long, long time, and I've never had that shot. So if it was the opportunity there, then I'd have to take it because I'm nearly 30 and I'm cracking on. How long can I wait? And if I want to achieve a goal and a dream, I'm gonna have to do whatever I've got to do. But yeah, if Tasha wins, obviously I'd rather fight Mccaskill because I'd like to punch her in the face. Whereas Tasha, I don't want to punch. So yeah, I'd be more willing to fight Mccaskill. Katie Taylor fight's never gonna happen regardless. Regardless of the outcome, that fight ain't happening. Like I know that. My team knows that. Everyone knows that. Really, the fight it's been brewing for that long now. Never even had an offer on the table, so like I don't even acknowledge it anymore. I think Katie's doing her thing. She's trying to secure this legacy. A lot of people know that I'm a threat. My boxing style is a problem, and the fight's not going to happen. Literally, that is it.
Do you think, not apart from your boxing skills, obviously, do you think that they don't want this fight, Katie's team, due to the fact that you have made it clear that you're most comfortable at lightweight? That's the biggest threat to her. That is your natural weight.
Do you know what? I actually don't understand. Like, generally, do not understand why I've not even had a look in. Like, that's the God's honest truth. I've not even had a look in. As much as people have been, since I turned professional with my first team at Wiggins, everyone was talking about this fight with me and Katie. And we're 4 years in now. I won my mandatory. I won WBC lightweight world champion. I feel like I've made myself a credible opponent, a lot more credible than some of her opponents. And I've not once had an offer. So I'm just like, I just got to focus on me. Boxing's a short career anyway. And what's the point chasing a fight that's never going to happen? I'm wasting my time. And I fight, literally, I would generally fight anyone. But if everyone's in this sport, we've all got a dream. And my dream is to be undisputed. And obviously, if someone in my weight division is undisputed, I'm going to be gunning for that person. And that's what I've done. So I've got backlash. And I think some people have said I'm obsessed in that. I think I'm not obsessed. Everyone talks to me about that fight. So now it's just stuck on me. That fight's stuck on me. Whereas I wouldn't even bring up, but people bring up in every single interview. And I'm at the point now where I'm like, there's no point talking about it. There's no point even asking me because I just don't think it's ever going to be a possibility. If it was, I would have had an offer and I've never had an offer. So
let's talk about your weight division. You've made it clear in the past in interviews that you would like to fight Christina Linardatou. That you believe that your styles will match for a great fight. Another fighter I would like to bring up to you, and I'll put up a poll before, and you shared it, she shared it, and I think it will be a great fight. Is Callie Ray? Is that another name that you will welcome for another title fight for you to unify?
Yeah, 100%. Got to do what you got to do, ain't you? If whoever's got a belt, then I'm happy to fight.
100%.
I dare to be great. You can't be avoiding people. That's it. You just can't avoid people. If someone's got a belt and you want the belts, fight them. Simple as that. Like, I know a lot of people in the game look at it as a business and stuff, but as much as it is a business, what are you gonna achieve? Ducking and diving and avoiding, you're not going to achieve nothing. If you get beat, you get beat. Obviously, nobody wants to lose, but at the same time, you got to dare to be great, and you got to be in them fights. So you got to be in it to win it, and if you're not in it, then just is what it is.
In my videos, I've made few predictions, and I would say 99% of them have come true. A lot of fight prediction and things that was going to happen in boxing. So I'm going to say this right now. And when it happens, not if, when it happens, I'm going to put it out there and I'll tag you in it. I believe you versus Katie Taylor will happen. I truly, truly believe that. Whether it's at lightweight, whether she goes up to fight you, either way, I truly believe by next year, that fight will happen. And I really believe it.
Let's hope you're a lucky charm then, shall we?
That's it. If Eddie Hearn's a smart man, he will make that fight happen. First she has to focus on Natasha Jonas. If she beats Natasha Jonas, this is the next big fight. Obviously, you got Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields, but domestically, this is the big domestic fight that should happen. Katie Taylor versus you.
Yeah, but again, like people can't overlook Tasha. That's what I said. Like Tasha's a threat. Tasha could take these belts off Katie, and Kate is the new Tasha is the new undisputed lightweight world champion. And to be fair, she deserves it. I hope she does achieve it.
For me, if you look at, and it's no disrespect to any of her opponents, Natasha Jonas, for me, is probably Kate Taylor's toughest opponent till now. I know Delphine Persoon gave her trouble at Madison Square Garden, but I believe Natasha Jonas, with her Olympic pedigree, her experience, and if she performs the way she did against Terry Harper, it's going to be a tough night for
exactly.
Taylor.
That's exactly it.
I just want to bring up Everlast. I want to say congratulations on being signed by Everlast, and you, Natasha Jonas, and a few others. We saw that. Who was it? Josh Taylor as well. Josh Taylor recently just got signed as well. How great is that for not just women's boxing, but in boxing in general, that they've invested money into the sport?
Unbelievable, because it's obviously a big statement, and it shows the attitude of boxing in Britain. It's leveling up. So yeah, it's great.
We got Savannah Marshall fighting tomorrow night.
Yes.
Obviously, winning this fight, there could be a chance that she's going to fight Clarissa Shields. Can you see that happening, this fight?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it will happen. They both want it. Yeah. Just the money's got to be right, obviously, and everything's got to be put down that they both want. And yeah, their fight will happen.
Well, his exclusive, you probably haven't seen the video, but we interviewed Clarissa Shields' manager yesterday. He accidentally let it slip on our show that talks are already in place that it might be on the AJ Fury undercard, this fight.
Wow.
But Clarissa Shields is making her MMA debut on June the 10th.
Interesting. Good fight. If we get it,
massive fight. Massive. Chantelle, before I let you go, two things. All my guests are asked this question. We're going to do a highlight reel at the end of everyone's answer. Obviously, the biggest fight in British boxing, maybe heavyweight boxing, is going to happen. Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Who wins and why?
So I'm going to go Fury. And I think his boxing IQ is so smart. I think he'll avoid big shots and he'll just box. And I think he'll win by points.
I was hoping you would say Joshua, because out of 30 people, only 2 people have said Joshua, and the rest.
Sorry, I'm going for Fury. Sorry.
Chantelle, first of all, it's great to hear that you're doing well, and obviously the date's been set. Wait for that announcement. It'll be great to see you back in the ring. Before I let you go, do you have a final message for Melissa Hernandez?
No. Just to see you soon. I'm not a big talker. I just see you soon, and I'm looking forward to it.
Perfect. Chantelle, I just want to say thank you for taking your time to speak to me today. It was an honor to speak to you. I've been a fan of yours for a long time, and I can't wait to see you back in the ring. And for that Katie Taylor fight, which I said is going to happen, it's going to happen.
I'm hoping on you now.
That's it. I won't let you forget it.
Brilliant. Thank you.
No problem. Take care and stay safe.
Yeah.